Hello, welcome to IBA Network. I'm Asa 2. Today, the IBA Awards have been announced for this year. And we're going to get into those soon, but first, we have a special interview with Xavier Activities Director, Mr. Savari, to get into. So, what do you think IBA at Xavier is all about?
I think it's all in your question, giving kids opportunities to play the game.
So, do you think you'll be like Chucky Geinfeld and play in a future year on IBA?
Maybe possibly down the road if I have a lot of time, extra time to kind of play. I would love to start playing and take on Mr. Geinfeld's team.
Reporting from IBA Network, Brady Johnson.
Finals MVP goes to a player who performed when it matters the most. This year's Finals MVP goes to Ryan Schmidt of the Lakers.
The play of the year goes to a player who left everyone in the building on their toes, which is Carlos Baez crossing up Matthew Simoneau. The Grubby's Grinder player of the year goes to someone who left their heart on the court, gave 100% effort, and this year's player is Creighton Conray of the Baltimore Bullets. The defensive player of the year goes to not one, but two hard-working players of talent, also known as the Shank Twins, for their defensive ability to steal the ball.
Underclassman of the year goes to a young buck who stepped up and took a bigger role on their team this season. This year's Underclassman of the year goes to none other than Colin Miller of the Baltimore Bullets. The All-IBA First Team goes to players who performed well throughout the year. Some would call these the top players in the IBA. This year's members of the IBA First Team are Brody Hoffman, Caleb Jones, Ryan Schmidt, Colin Miller, and Davis Warrow.
Coach of the Year is given to the best coach in the IBA. This year's Coach of the Year was given to Lucas Osterhaus of the Lakers. I was fortunate to be able to sit down with Lucas and talk to him about this accomplishment. So Lucas, what do you think the key is to being a great coach in the IBA?
You know, being a good coach in general, you just got to know your players. You know, you got to know where they fit in best, where they might not fit in the best, and putting them in spots for them to succeed.
So what advice would you give to younger coaches who are trying to follow in your footsteps?
Don't be intimidated by the other coaches, really, because like all the other coaches, they're varsity basketball players, and they've played basketball before. Me, never played basketball my entire life. I'm a wrestler, never played basketball.
With IBA Network, I'm Asa 2. Hit the Road Jack is a fun award given to a player who might not have had the best moments on the court this year. This year's Hit the Road Jack Player of the Year goes to Andy Stevenson of the Bullets. The MVP of the IBA is given to the most outstanding player throughout the season of the IBA. This year, they had a very nice race, multiple IBA MVP finalists. I was able to sit down with the MVP and talk to him about this achievement. So Brody, what does winning IBA MVP mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, my junior year, I went out for varsity basketball. It was a great season. We went up to Central to Lit. We got absolutely killed. Sean Gilbert took us to town, dropped 50 on us. You know what I need to do.
So, what advice would you give to younger players who are trying to become MVP?
Even if you're not the best player out there, like, you heard Maverick and Schmidt, like they're all saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be MVP." It's like, just keep your head in the game and involve your teammates and do what you gotta do.
With IBA Network, I'm Asa 2.